A new video shared by Ukraine's forces purports to show Russian vehicles being destroyed as they attempted a major advance in Donetsk Oblast. Ukraine has shared dramatic footage purporting to show its troops frustrating a large-scale attempt by Russian forces to push on near Kurahov in Donetsk Oblast. Video published on July 20th by Ukraine's Airborne Assault Troops Command appears to show several Russian vehicles being blown up as drones track their advance from above. In one clip, a Russian soldier appears tumble out of his vehicle as it comes under fire. It comes as Vladimir Putin's army ramps up to efforts advance in the Kurakhov and Pokrovsk sectors of eastern Ukraine, which Ukrainian military officials have acknowledged has been tense and difficult, as per Kyiv Independent. The most recent attack by Russia's forces featured 10 tanks, 47 armored vehicles, 10 motorcycles, and 1 buggy, the Ukrainian military said. The Airborne Assault Troops Command said Ukrainian troops halted the assault, inflicting 68 casualties on Russian troops, with 36 killed and 32 injured. Russia has yet to comment on the footage, which has not been independently verified. In its daily update, Ukraine's General Staff said its airborne troops had fended off 21 Russian attacks in the Kurahov sector. Last week, Russia carried out one of the largest ground attacks near the sector since the invasion began in February 2022. The 79th Brigade said Zelensky's troops managed to repel it, destroying 6 tanks, 7 armored vehicles, and 12 motorcycles, with 40 Russian soldiers killed and 37 more injured. It comes as an advertisement carried on Russian state television offered salaries approaching that of the Russian president himself for soldiers signing up to fight in Ukraine, as the invading forces suffer heavy losses. Amid reports of a manpower shortage, recruits from the Moscow region can earn 5.2 million rubles, about $47,000, for the first year of service. Recruits will also be eligible for a one-off payment of 1.9 million rubles, about $17,000, for signing up, bringing the annual total for joining Russia's military to 7.1 million rubles, according to an advert aired on state TV last week. The commercial was broadcast on a show hosted by Vladimir Solovyov, a close ally of Putin himself. During the last week of July, Russia mounted its largest assaults in 8 months in eastern Ukraine's Donetsk region, seizing a string of settlements in an apparent bid to cut off key supply routes and force a mass Ukrainian retreat. At the same time, Ukraine scored a high number of hits on Russian energy infrastructure and occupied Crimea, suggesting that its strategy of degrading Russian air defenses is working. Russian assaults focused on central and southern Donetsk from areas west of Bakhmut, which fell in May last year, to areas west of Avdiivka, which was lost in February, down to areas west of the city of Donetsk, which pro-Moscow separatists have controlled since 2014, a line about 130 kilometers and 80 miles long. On Friday, Russian troops reclaimed Robotyne, a town in the southern region of Zaporizhia that Ukraine had fought hard to reclaim in its 2023 counter-offensive. On Saturday, Russian troops entered Krasnohorivka, west of Donetsk city, and on Tuesday claimed to have captured 2 more villages, Pivden and Vesele, west of Avdiivka. But the most significant reports were Russian claims to have advanced into Chasiv Yar, a strategic height that would give them access to flatlands leading to the cities of Sloviansk and Kramatorsk, which formed the backbone of Ukraine's defense in Donetsk. Ukrainian troops have so far managed to keep Russian forces on the eastern side of the Siversky-Donetsk Canal, which runs through Chasiv Yar. But on Monday, Russian reporters said soldiers had broken through at a point north of Chasiv Yar where the canal runs underground. Those reports remained unverified. Ukrainian troops also had successes on the ground. On Friday and Saturday, they pushed Russian troops back through Vovchansk in the northern region of Kharkiv, and may have cleared them out from the southern side of the Vovcha River, which runs through the town. Russian troops mounted a new offensive in Kharkiv on May 11th, but have failed to make much headway. Ukraine's biggest successes, other than holding the front line, were its deep strikes inside Russian and occupied territory. On Friday, Ukrainian Army tactical missiles, ATAK-MS, struck the Russian airfield of Saki in Crimea, destroying an ammunition depot and a radar station. On Monday, Ukraine struck Saki again and was assessing the damage. Ukraine first struck Saki in September 2022, forcing Russia to relocate Sukhoi fighter planes stationed there inside Russia. Since then, Saki has been used to launch missile and drone strikes against Ukraine, but Ukraine has struck it repeatedly, degrading its capabilities.
Хватит его, нет? Должно хватить, давай. Выстрел!